I'm so glad that you are here because today we are diving into some deep cleaning motivation. You know, that thing we are often thinking about but don't actually want to take on. But trust me, I get it. Honestly, with the kids, especially right now in school and the dogs and everything, I'm often thinking about a million things that have to get done, but actually getting the motivation to start can be so difficult. And sometimes the house literally feels just like a whirlwind of chaos. But I have learned some tricks along the way, and I am going to share all my hacks and tricks with you today. And hopefully for you, this will make cleaning less of a chore and more of a moment you can be proud of. As you can see, I am starting in the dog room because this is the room that often needs a thorough deep cleaning. It just smells like animal. There's fur everywhere, and just wait till you see all the fur that collects under these cushions and under the sofa. I call them my fur snakes. All right, though, first things first, let's talk about mindset. I know, deep cleaning sounds exhausting, right? But what if we looked at it differently? What if we looked at it as a gift that we are giving to ourselves? For me, a clean space isn't just about appearance. It's about creating a sanctuary where you can breathe, relax, and even find your mind again, because I know sometimes I lose my mind. Now, I want you to take a second and imagine your perfect space. Take that time and visualize it. Okay, you got it? Okay, and now let's be real with ourselves. This does not happen in a day. It's about those small steps, little by little, bit by bit. And hey, remember, you're not alone in feeling overwhelmed. I have definitely been there too. So hey, today, let's make it fun. Let's make it doable, and let's celebrate the small wins. Now, before you get into the actual cleaning, let's set you up for success. I love to put on some upbeat music or a podcast or even a cleaning video in the background. Just something to make it fun. If it's singing along to my favorite 90s country or feeling like I'm hanging out with a friend having Ashley or Amanda or someone on in the background, or catching up on a book that I don't usually have time to sit down and listen to when it comes to running around after 4 kids. Now, let's get your cleaning supplies ready, because nothing kills motivation more than having to search around for that sponge or spray bottle or that cleaning product you're looking for. I like to grab all the cleaning products that I think I'm going to use and put it in a central area. For me, it's often my dining room table, but you can also grab a cleaning caddy and throw in that essential oils, your spray bottles, your gloves, your rags, anything you think you're going to need for whatever project you are tackling. And honestly, my biggest motivation when I just don't feel like doing anything, and my biggest secret, is I always tell myself just 15 minutes. And usually that is all I need to just get the momentum going. And once I get started, I usually can't stop. But you know what? On those days that after those 15 minutes, I'm really not feeling it, I do allow myself to just stop, because sometimes your body needs to relax. But tell yourself just 15 minutes and see how you feel after that.
Let's drink up, your death look like big fun. Come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song. I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something. I know that you
Know how we always talk about that place where socks go to die? For me, under the sofa is where all the dog fur always seems to end up. Now, the key to deep cleaning and not feeling completely overwhelmed is breaking it down. Think of your house like a puzzle and take it one piece at a time. So like today, maybe it's the kitchen counters, and tomorrow you're going to handle the bathroom tile, and the next day you're gonna tear apart the couch in the family room. And don't forget to set a timer. I love doing 10 to 15 minute sprints. When that buzzer goes off, you've accomplished something. And honestly, that feeling is pure gold. All right, now let's get real for a second. I know as a mom, life can get exhausting. Between school runs, snacks, pets, and everything else, half the time I'm just trying to keep my sanity. And sometimes cleaning just feels like another mountain to climb. But here's the thing, your home is a reflection of you. It's your safe haven. It's where your kids grow and your pets snuggle. When you clean, you're not just tidying up. You're creating a space for memories, a space for love, laughter, and peace. And honestly, sometimes I do my deep cleaning when I just need a mental reset. You know, it's like a therapy session with a microfiber cloth. All right, now that we tackled a lot of the mindset, let's talk hacks. You guys know how much I love cleaning with vinegar. Vinegar and baking soda can be great for those like stubborn stains and stuff like that. I also love having my multi-surface DIY of just the vinegar, rubbing alcohol, and Dawn dish soap on hand. It works on pretty much everything. And when I'm not having to search for multiple products, I can get my cleaning done so much faster. Also, keep a stash of microfiber cloths all over. They are great for attracting dust and picking up spills. I literally have them under my kitchen sink, under my bathroom sink, in the hall closet by the bedrooms. I always will have one within a quick vicinity. If I see something, I can just grab it and quickly pick it up. I also have a squeegee for our shower. That way, whenever we are done taking a shower, we can use the squeegee real quick just to help with any water spots or anything like that, because I am not a fan of having to clean my shower. We have a very large shower, so anything that can make it that I don't have to do that as often is a win in my book. All right, we are taking a quick break. If you have not taken a break, this is your time to take one, because we all deserve a break when we're getting so much stuff done. But I did want to take a second to thank GetJoy for sponsoring today's video. GetJoy is awesome in making sure that our pups get all their nutrition needs. I know, like us, you want real, clean food for your dog. And that's GetJoy's freeze-dried raw. I absolutely love that's 100% USDA sourced meat. So it's no fake, no fillers, actual ingredients that you can pronounce. With Bailey especially, I have noticed more energy. Both the dogs have a shinier coat, and they just have a little bit more of a spark to them. And with Belly Biotic in every bite, they're getting their prebiotic, their probiotic, and their postbiotic for a healthy gut. In the ingredients, the dogs are getting organ meat for healthier joints and muscle, pumpkin for their digestion, and even salmon oil for skin and joints. And it's all freeze-dried to lock in the nutrition. If you want to try it for yourself, use Cambria30 at getjoy.com for 30% off your first order. Plus, you're going to get a free scoop and a bag of treats. It's easy, shelf stable, and ready when you are.
I met you during the golden age of television shows like Parks and Recreation.
So my biggest hack and tip is going to be cleaning as you go. I probably wipe my counters about 50 times a day, but I'm not cleaning the entire counter. It's if someone has lunch and where they sat is dirty, I just do a quick wipe up. The dishes, I like to deal with them right then and there. That way I don't have a huge pile of dishes at the end of the day. Doing just little steps often throughout the day makes it feel so much less overwhelming in the long run. And the big one is after a big day of cleaning, please treat yourself. You deserve it. And that can be anything from a quiet movie night, a hot shower by yourself. And I know a hot shower by yourself may not sound like much, but when you've got a bunch of little kids, just getting that 15 minutes to take a shower feels really nice. But whatever it is, take that time and reward yourself for all the hard work you put in. And don't forget to involve your family. It's a team effort. And honestly, kids feel so much pride when they can be involved in doing stuff like this. It can also be a great way just to build responsibility and bond with your kids. I love little cleaning sessions with the girls. The boys are at an age where they don't love it as much, but I, on a regular basis, will tell the kids to give me 5 minutes. We do 5-minute tidies where everyone comes out into the main living area, and in 5 minutes, when all of us are working together, we can pretty much get the entire house clean and feeling at peace again. Now, let's talk about keeping the motivation alive. And here's what I do. I set small, achievable goals. It can be just doing one room a day, one little deep cleaning project a day. But just make sure that they are small and achievable. And then celebrate those wins. You deserve it. Also, it's good to remember it's okay to have messy days. Life happens. Just make sure to be kind to yourself. Deep cleaning isn't about perfection. It's about progress. I want you to think about your home as a love letter to yourself and your family. Every little effort helps. Every little bit counts. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, just remember you're not alone. I am here with you, and you've got this. We've got this.
Got a situation. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Now, one thing I really like doing is having a mental checklist of deep cleaning projects that have to be done. Now, if you are someone that is more visual, feel free to write it down, put it in your calendar, whatever works best for you. And now this checklist is never about me completing the entire checklist in one day, as much as me just having an outline of what needs to get done. So when I do have that burst of motivation, I can check something small off the list, and I don't really have to think about it. It's there, I know what needs to be done, and I can just do it when I have the time. And you can add to that checklist as you go. So if you think of something else, just add it to the checklist. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does make it really nice to just have a game plan and make it a lot easier to keep up with everything. When you're doing one small deep cleaning project a day, instead of taking 5 hours on a Saturday to get everything done. Right now I'm working on the kitchen, and honestly, I have just been taking 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. Just today, I was working on the kitchen island, decluttering it and organizing it because the kids often unload the dishwasher and it gets so chaotic. They forget where stuff goes. So my mixing spoons end up in one area when they belong in another area. And it definitely has just gotten to a point where it needed to get gone through. And I was able to go through all the drawers in the island in less than 10 minutes. I have been putting it off because I overwhelmed myself with the idea of doing an entire kitchen deep clean and declutter. But by breaking it down where I just do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, I have tackled half of my kitchen today. And you know what? I'll do the rest tomorrow, and that is okay. I know this is a hack you guys are probably sick of me saying, but I'm going to say it and shout it from the rooftops over and over again. Decluttering. Decluttering is the key to simplifying any cleaning task. If it's just your daily cleaning, if it's deep cleaning, whatever it is, decluttering makes your life so much easier. This is great to do right before a deep clean, and it doesn't have to be a crazy KonMari declutter. Just grab a trash bag, a donations box, and set a 5-10 minute timer and hit your clutter hotspots. And just purely focus on decluttering. Get rid of the trash, anything that you don't need anymore, put in your donations bin, and purely focus on decluttering. Not only does decluttering make it where you obviously have less things to keep up with, but I also find that mentally it makes it so much less overwhelming. When I can just move a couple things to get stuff cleaned, when it comes to putting stuff away, it's really easy because everything has a space and everything has a home. It's not just piled on countertops and things like that. Everything having its own place and home makes the whole process so much easier in the end. But I know often for that to be possible, you have to declutter first. And it's really important to think about the stuff that you have. Like, is this stuff you really need? I have slowly decluttered like kitchen gadgets because that is like my area that I see a cool kitchen gadget and I will buy it. And often I find myself buying things and not using it. Now, don't get me wrong. I have bought kitchen gadgets that I absolutely love. I love my cheese grater. I love my chopper. But there are other things that I have bought and I find myself just grabbing a basic knife and cutting board, but I've held on to those things. Well, by letting go of those things, it's made it where organizing the kitchen and actually being able to put stuff away and find things so much easier. So before you're going to start any deep cleaning project or any just even cleaning project, set that 5 to 10 minute timer and tackle just the decluttering first. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a lot. It can purely just be going into your kids' rooms and grabbing all the trash out of it. Those little steps make it so much easier.
You got me so bad, you make it all slow down, not getting closer, you're killing me. You thought it's over, I'm waking alone now, not getting closure. I knew that it was seconds from you losing me, but I just couldn't give it up. And all the times you said you wanted me.
All right, so this is something we have to talk about because we can all relate, I feel like. Overcoming cleaning fatigue. And you know what? I totally get it. Sometimes you start cleaning with the best of intentions and then you just hit a wall. Your energy dips, your motivation is gone, and suddenly you feel like you're like moving through mud. Like it's the hardest thing in the world just to keep going. And trust me, Been there, done that, but it is completely normal. Because let's be real, cleaning isn't exactly glamorous, even though some people make it look that way online. And some days we just feel done. But here's a thing that I'm going to share with you. There are a few tricks that I have learned to help me push through the wall and push past the fatigue. First, play a little game with yourself. Put on some upbeat music, dance your little heart out, and move. Take a minute or two to yourself. Trust me, that boost of music and movement can completely re-energize you. Kind of like a workout without going to the gym. Next, take a deep breath. Do a quick stretch. Sometimes all you need is to stand tall, stretch your arms, and take a deep breath. It's crazy how just a little intentional movement like that can clear your mind and boost your energy. Another thing is visualizing that feeling of accomplishment. Just think about it. How great is it going to feel once you've tackled that thing on your to-do list that you have been putting off for weeks or even maybe months? To be able to open that junk drawer and actually find what we're looking for. Or walk into that guest bedroom and not feel overwhelmed by the boxes and clutter everywhere. Just visualizing those moments make it a lot easier to keep going. And remind yourself, small progress is still progress. Even if it's just wiping down the bathroom mirror or tidying up the chair in your bedroom that might be collecting laundry. All of these things are still wins. And in the end, they add up. My go-to thing will always be breaking it into tiny chunks. Don't think about having to clean the entire house or the entire kitchen or anything like that. Just focus on a small area or even just 5 minutes. 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. May not seem like a lot, but those 5 minutes add up over time. I didn't used to realize this, but cleaning isn't just about making things look nice. For me, I've realized it's like a little act of emotional healing. Like, honestly, life gets busy, even a little crazy. And our home can definitely reflect that chaos. But I've noticed when I take a moment to tidy up, I'm also giving myself a gift. I'm giving myself that moment of calm and that chance to breathe. I don't know. Cleaning has this weird way of helping me clear my mind. It's like setting a reset button for my heart and soul. When I wipe down that counter or vacuum up that dog hair, it's not just tidying up my house, but it's also tidying up my thoughts, tidying up my mind. And here's what I want you to remember. Your home is your sanctuary. It's where your kids grow and your pets cuddle, and to make memories. When your house is cluttered, sometimes your mind can feel cluttered along with it. So instead of seeing cleaning as a chore, think of it as an act of self-love. It's a way to nurture yourself and create that space for your mind to rest. I have definitely found that during stressful times, cleaning is a way to help me feel more in control. I don't know. It's like I'm reclaiming my peace one wipe at a time. But honestly, there is something about taking those few minutes and focusing on something that you can control. Because we all know, in a day, there are so many stressors in life, things that we can't control, and it can be overwhelming. So, being able to focus on at least something I can have control over really does give me some peace. But also remember, it's okay to have days where your house isn't perfect. Our homes are often a reflection of our lives. And I don't know about you, but my life is not always picture perfect. So be gentle with yourself and celebrate those small wins. Maybe today it's just making the bed or wiping down the counters, but that's okay. That's enough. It's progress. So the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath, put on some calming music, and focus on cleaning being a form of self-care. And be proud of yourself for just showing up and making your space just even a little bit better. Because when your home feels good, you feel good. And let's be real, in the end, that's what really matters.
I wanted to know what it's like to drive down Sunset Boulevard with you.
Okay, now let's talk about something that I think is really important, especially if you are a mom, a fur mom or a mom. You know what I mean. If you have fur babies or real babies, whatever you have, you guys know I have both. I know cleaning can feel like a never-ending chore between toys and fur and little handprints everywhere. But here's the thing, involving your kids and pets can actually make it so much easier, and it can make it fun. First, kids love to help, especially when it feels like a game. And yes, with little kids, this is a lot easier than with the big kids. But with the little kids, a couple things you can do is who can pick up the most toys in 5 minutes? Or who can clean the table, wipe it off the fastest. You can even make it a scavenger hunt for them as they are cleaning. For my big kids, I feel like it's more about just creating that responsibility for them and figuring out what they hate doing the least. If someone doesn't mind vacuuming, have them vacuum. If someone doesn't mind unloading the dishwasher, have them unload the dishwasher. But it is important to keep these things consistent. That way they gain responsibility, independence. I always tell people, I'm not raising just children. We are raising future adults. And by doing these things, you are setting them up for success. Now, when it comes to pets, my aha moment has been a lint roller. Lint rollers make everything so much easier when it comes to the fur that is everywhere. Fur on my lampshades, lint roller. Fur on the furniture that has to quickly be cleaned up, lint roller. Also, vacuuming daily, it can sound overwhelming, but honestly, just a little vacuum here and a little vacuum there makes all the difference in the world because it does not take long for fur to build up. I always joke around and say all my dogs have to do is look at the floor and it's dirty. So next time you're cleaning, turn on some music, make it a family affair, and get everyone involved. Not only can it be a moment that you can take pride in seeing your kids growing up and learning new skills, and I often figure out that they can do things that I didn't think they could do. But by giving them this time to prove themselves, it's really a proud moment for me as a mom to see it getting done.
Yeah, this place just makes you, kinda makes you want to. Yeah, it makes you want to. It kinda makes you wanna.
You did it. You finished a deep cleaning session, and that's no small feat. And I don't care whether it's 15 minutes or an hour. Every bit of effort you put in deserves a celebration. So let's take a second. And now that your space is sparkling and fresh, it is time for some well-earned self-care. Because let's be real, cleaning is hard work, both physically and emotionally. And you, my friend, are a champion. You finished it, you got it done. You got something done today. So here's what I like to do after a good cleaning session. I like to take a deep breath and just breathe. Close my eyes and take in the sense of accomplishment. Take in the realization that all that hard work paid off in the end. I also like to enjoy a little treat. Now, for me, it's usually a coffee or a Diet Pepsi, but for you, it may be a cup of tea, your favorite snack, whatever it is. Just take a moment and sit down and treat yourself to something like that. Sit down, relax, and enjoy the space with your treat. I also really enjoy pampering myself because, let's be honest, if we did a big cleaning session, usually you're sweaty and gross and you could use some pampering. So I like to put on something clean and cozy. Maybe put on a face mask, take a hot shower, jump in the hot tub or the pool or something like that. It's just really nice to take that second and relax and feel refreshed. I also like to give myself 10 to 15 minutes to do something I really enjoy. Lately, I have really been enjoying journaling and things like that. So I might turn on one of my favorite podcasts or TV shows and journal for 10 to 15 minutes, shut the door and tell Bobby he's in charge of the kids and the pet, and give myself just 10 to 15 minutes to do something I enjoy by myself. It's also a great time to practice gratitude and rewire the way your mind thinks. I know I used to be like, man, all I got done today is took the kids to school, tidied up the kitchen, and picked up toys. And it was always in the way I worded it. All I did, all I got down today. Like, I downplayed everything I did. So instead, I like to think about it and reword it of, I'm so glad I was able to get the kitchen done today. I'm so glad that Athena and Freya and the boys have these toys that I have to clean up every day. How blessed are we to be able to have these things in our house that the kids enjoy so much. Or I am so grateful to have the clothes in the laundry, because having clothes to wash means we have clothes to wear. Having floors to clean means we have a house to take care of. It's nice to practice gratitude and rethink a lot of these things, because often mindset and gratitude can completely change the way you think about cleaning in the end. And always remember, cleaning isn't just about having a tidy house. It's about creating that peaceful and loving environment for you, your pets, and your family. So always treat yourself with kindness and celebrate those small wins, because you are doing such an amazing job. Because every effort you make is a step towards a happier, healthier home and a happier, healthier you in the long run.
I like to trace all the edges of your name, like a map that leads me to nowhere. Oh yeah, I'm so close to let go of the world. Oh no, need to be wherever you are, so take me there.
All right, but before we wrap things up, I have some bonus tips and tricks. So if you made it to the end, congratulations. That's going to make deep cleaning not just easier, but more fun and enjoyable. The first one is going to be making a cleaning playlist. Now, this can be music playlist, this can be podcast playlist, a YouTube playlist. That's personally what I usually have, is a YouTube playlist that I can just put on and it plays in the background to keep me motivated and keep me going. Or my 90s country and worship music playlist that I love having on in the background whenever I'm cleaning. I usually pick one of those two things. I love audibles and things like that, but personally, when I am listening to those, I usually do it when picking up the kids from school. I'm one of those crazy parents that like to get to the pickup line early because it gives me 30 minutes to listen to my favorite podcast or anything like that. All right, second, use that 10-minute tidy, 5-minute tidy, 15-minute tidy. I don't care. You pick a small area and set a timer. You are going to be amazed at, in the end, how much you can get done. The third one, make sure you either have a cleaning caddy or keep your cleaning supplies readily available. So I like to have cleaning supplies in my kitchen, in my bathrooms, everywhere I know that I need to use them more often. That way I'm not stopping in the middle of deep cleaning, having to find that one item. by being prepared with setting your stuff up ahead of time, you're going to prevent that like motivation killer of having to stop and take a break to find whatever you need. When it comes to decluttering, I love the 1 in, 1 out rule, or using your Amazon boxes whenever you get an order in, filling that box with donations. Doing constant mini declutters, I feel like, is so much more impactful than a huge giant declutter, because it's going to build up that muscle and motivation and momentum, where doing a huge giant declutter can just feel super overwhelming. So if it's easiest to set up the 1 in, 1 out rule, go ahead and do that. If you're like me and you get a lot of Amazon orders, motivating yourself to fill the box every time you get one is a great way, and just a little reminder to just do a mini declutter whenever you see something new coming into your house. Also, make a list of rewards for yourself. If it's going to Starbucks and getting a coffee, being able to sit down and binge watch 3 episodes of your favorite TV show, whatever it is, give yourself a list and pick from those. Celebrate every little win and reward yourself after it, because it's a lot and you deserve to take this time and celebrate every little win, because honestly, we do so much more than just cleaning. It's the mental load of keeping track of every school activity, every doctor's appointment, making sure meals are ready and snacks are ready and everything in between. So remember to reward yourself. But with all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you made it to the end, drop me this emoji down below and I will see you in my next one. Bye.